Hello, welcome back to IT Performance. Today we have a laptop from Len who got in contact with me about a problem he was having with his laptop. I said bring it around, I'll have a look at it and we'll see what I can do. Hopefully it all turns out all okay. We'll see. Cheers. Okay, so today we have a problem with an HP laptop that will not boot into Windows. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the hard drive out so that there's one file that the user wants off it, if I possibly can. So I need to get that out. If I can get that out, I have a device so I can mount the hard drive on my computer and grab the files off it. So many different ways that they've mounted hard drives in cases. Okay. So let's see what we can do about this hard drive. Here like that, and then we turned it on. Just waiting for it to give me access to the folders. Okay, I think looking at this, the drive's got a ton of bad sectors on it, which will not be very helpful. Unfortunately, because the only file that I needed to get off the hard drive had a bad sector right in the middle of the 11 gigabyte file, I couldn't copy it using the normal copy commands. So I found Roadkil's Unstoppable Copier, downloaded that, and that worked a treat. From there I went to Stella's Repair for Outlook, which repaired the PST file. If you want to hang around at the end, I'll tell you a little bit of the story about what happened with me with that. It's a bit of a drama. Took a long time. Anyway, all fixed now. Okay, so we have a replacement hard drive here, and it is a Seagate 1TB hybrid drive. Now, I recommend the hybrid drive at this stage. It's 1TB drive. It was just over $100 New Zealand, and it's almost the best of both worlds. It's part of it has an SSD and the rest is spinning, so you can certainly get some good performance increases with a hybrid drive. So we'll put that in there, and then install Windows.
Now, this machine came with Windows 8 out of the box, but there's license for Windows 10 as well. So that's good. We can just put Windows 10 straight onto it. Plug in the power. Use the empty packet for the old SSD, which I will return. Okay. I've already made this drive, this USB drive, bootable install drive set for Windows 10. Power it up. Press F9 to go into boot options. Go down to the USB drive. And away we go.
There we go. Won't bore you with the details. I'll see you shortly. Okay, so Windows 10 is installed, just the base install, made sure all the drivers are up to date, installed Google Chrome, Acrobat PDF reader, and Avast free antivirus. Windows Defender is pretty good, but you know, it's just a little bit extra. And there we go, all ready to be given back. Just need to copy some files across, copy the repaired PST file across, and that's all done. Hi, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you want to hang around, I will give you a little bit of a story about the Outlook PST repair software and a little bit of dramas that I had with that. Okay, cheers. The stellar Outlook repair software. It repairs and you get various functionality depending on what license you purchase. I was just after the repair of a standard PST at this stage. So I downloaded the demo, loaded up the file. It was a pretty big file, took about 4 hours or so, 11 gig file, and it all worked well. It all shows up. It all says, yes, I can restore. You can go through, you can check each of the folders and the emails, and it shows it. So I went, fantastic, let's license this. So I licensed the software, and so I had to reload the file again. That's another 4 hours or so. Went to save the file. After licensing it, it was showing that it was licensed. Went to save the file, and it came up with an error about resetting the activation key. Error 316. So that didn't work. So I got in contact with support. They remoted onto my machine, and they had a look at the problem, and they said, ooh, we can't fix that. You'll need to contact level 2 support. Level 2 support is only accessible via certain phone numbers. Luckily it is 24/7. In their emails they say it's only from 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon standard Indian time. But it is 24/7, as I happily found out. But it is only Monday to Friday, and I was trying to get this file up and repaired for Len by the weekend. So my initial contact was on Thursday, so I had to wait until the Friday to call them. And the first so I called them. Luckily I could call an Australian number. I'm in New Zealand. Called an Australian number because that was the closest number that I could get for support. And they got on my machine, saw the problem, tried to fix the problem. I tested it again. Exactly the same problem again. They issued me with a new key. and that seemed to register okay. Every time I went into the software, before I scanned the file, it would say that the software was licensed perfectly fine. So I ran the scan. It displayed everything to be able to be saved. Clicked save the file, and again it came up with the error, exactly the same error. So I contacted them back again, and this time this was about, what time was it? About 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, and so I'm watching movies and stuff to try and keep awake, and the guy, the technician, said, okay, just keep the remote session open, and at the end of it, so he got it licensed, at the end of it I will make sure that it's saved. I stayed up for as long as I could, but I had to go to bed, so I set my an alarm on my phone for an hour later. So I got up at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was still going. It was almost finished, but it was still going. So I set my phone for another half hour, got up, and it had finished, and it was disconnected. I went, what's going on here? And it had the error on the screen. And I found an email saying, we don't know what's going on. Can you please try it on a different machine, on a different computer? So I have my laptop. I got my laptop out, installed the software. The key that they'd supplied me with does not work. Authentication error. So I contacted support again. Now, luckily, so at this stage, I have spent 111 minutes on the phone to the support people. Luckily, I have free calling to Australia with my phone plan. So the technician that I got on the end of the phone was, well, you're trying to install it on a new machine. The key that you've got is registered against the first machine. You need to reinstall it on the first machine. Even though I'd already said, I've been asked by their technicians to install it on a new machine and try it on a new machine. I said, your technicians have asked me to try it on a new machine. So I need a new key. It's not working on my old machine. I've been back and forwards many times, and he had the whole transcript of the case in front of him. Your technicians have asked me to install it on a new machine. You need to supply me with a new key for me to be able to do this. So he said, oh, okay, I'll have to contact another level to get a new key issued. Can I email it to you? Sure, that's fine. Go for it. By this stage, I was tired. I hadn't had much sleep. I just wanted to get it over and done with. Otherwise, I'd be asking for my money back and looking for something else. So I installed it on my laptop, transferred the files across, did a scan, clicked save file, and it worked. Hooray! And so I was able to get the repaired PST file back to Len. So in the end, it was a happy story, but it was a bit of a drama getting there. Cheers for watching if you've got this far.